this masquerade I am going to opua you today. They say a woman cannot see you or touch you. Watch me.
Everyone was shocked to see how the almighty Ugochi stood in defeat. They take her to the village shrine and tie her there. The villagers went back to their various homes, leaving Ugochi tied to a tree. For the gods to punish her, Ugochi sat there, thinking about everything and regretting her action, but it was too late. The shrine was quiet, too quiet. Only the sound of insects and the rustling of leaves filled the air. The tree she was tied to was old, its bark rough against her back. Her hands were stretched above her head, rope biting into her wrists. For the first time in her life, Ugochi felt truly alone. She remembered her mother's warnings. She remembered Obina's voice telling her to be careful. She remembered how she laughed at everyone. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Not because of the rope, not because of pain, but because pride had brought her here. As the sun began to set, shadows grew longer around the shrine. The air became cold. Ugochi lifted her head when she heard a sound. Footsteps, slow, heavy. She strained her eyes but saw nothing. Her heart began to beat fast. Is this how the gods punish people? She whispered. The wind suddenly blew hard, shaking the leaves violently. The ropes tightened as the tree swayed. Ugochi cried out. Then she heard a voice, low, deep, not like any human voice she had ever heard. Why did you challenge what you do not understand? Ugochi froze. Her mouth opened, but no words came out. She struggled to turn her head, but the rope held her firm. I was not afraid, she finally said with a trembling voice. The voice laughed, a sound that made the ground vibrate. Fear is not strength. Disrespect is not courage. Ugochi's chest rose and fell rapidly. I did not know, she cried. I thought it was all lies. The leaves above her began to move on their own. Figures appeared and disappeared between the trees. Masks, raffia, eyes glowing faintly in the dark. Ugochi screamed, Please, forgive me. The ground beneath her felt damp and cold. Suddenly, a familiar figure stepped forward. It was the masquerade, the same one she had dragged and disgraced. But this time, he looked different, taller, stronger, surrounded by an unseen force. Ugochi stared at him, her eyes wide.